Welcome to your Taylor Council Connection. My name is Daniel Seguin, and this is a recap of the September 10th, 2025 City Council meeting. The meeting began with 3 proclamations. The first was recognizing the sacrifices of service members who gave their lives on September 11th, 2001, and reminded the community about the march scheduled for 7 p.m. on September 11th. The second was to declare September 15th through October 15th as Hispanic Heritage Month, and to encourage everyone to visit our social media and the Chamber website to learn about the multitude of events scheduled to celebrate the month. Finally, the mayor proclaimed September as Suicide Prevention Month. Next, a special recognition was presented to the city by the Texas Workforce Commission. The We Hire Vets program recognizes employers whose employees make up at least 10% veterans. The council then approved the consent agenda, non-controversial and routine items that can be voted on with a single vote. These items include a voluntary annexation, 2 employment center plans, a neighborhood plan, a place type amendment, all presented at the last council meeting. It also included approval of auditing services from Brooks Watson and Company, a resolution awarding a bid for home program house construction, and an agreement with P3 Works LLC for public improvement district and tax increment reinvestment zone creation and administration services. The council considered and approved an amendment to the current budget. This amendment incorporated the former sanitation fund into the general fund, balanced the budget with actual expenditures to reflect unforeseen expenses, reflect expenses initially planned for the prior year but spent in the current year instead, and reflect new certificates of obligation issued in July. Next, the council held a public hearing and approved the fiscal year 2026 budget. The proposed budget was covered in detail in a special Council Bites episode last month. Some of the highlights include a reduction in the tax rate, a modest increase in the actual taxes paid by the average resident, keeping our average increases below inflation, no water or sewer rate increases, the purchase of a new building for public works and new public safety vehicles with cash, an update to the comprehensive plan and land development code, 3 new police department staff, and a new street maintenance worker. No residents spoke at the public hearing. The council then held a public hearing and approved the tax rate. The recommended tax rate is 58.5 cents, down from just over 59.1 cents. This new rate would raise the average homestead city tax bill by $15 per month. No residents spoke at the public hearing. The final item on the agenda was a presentation about the active transportation and ADA transition plan. This plan is intended to assess the condition of our sidewalks and trails and develop a plan for repair, replacement, and addition to the trails and sidewalks network, especially focusing on accessibility. Some highlights from the presentation include that 70% of our sidewalk network is in good condition, with 19% in fair condition and the other 11% in poor or failed condition. There have been 35 pedestrian and bicycle-involved crashes in Taylor in the last 10 years, with 17 of them including serious or fatal injury. The recent transportation survey found that most people drive for transportation, while a little over 50% walk for recreation and 28% bike for recreation. The most frequently cited reasons for not walking or biking include owning a car, distance is too far, and weather. When asked where people wanted investments in sidewalks, most residents responded near schools, neighborhoods, and parks or trails. Finally, when asked how they would allocate $100, on average, they allocated $60 to repaving streets and filling potholes, $17 to adding or repairing sidewalks, $7 to new shared use paths and trails, and the other $16 to other items such as adding lighting to sidewalks, adding bike lanes, and adding car lanes. The next steps in the project include using the existing conditions information, the survey, and information from the recent town hall to list and prioritize projects. These projects will be brought back to the public for feedback. Thank you for tuning in to Your Council Connection. Don't forget to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.